When crafting visualizations, your aim is to ensure they are both informative and engaging. I am Nabil Murad. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to merge the capabilities of advanced Excel functions with option buttons to produce captivating visualizations. Let's begin our exploration. In this example, I have a list in columns A, B, C, which shows a region, a manager, and sales. I have so many records, and I would like to visualize my data. I created a chart that is controlled by option buttons, so I can select the region, and when I select any region, the chart updates, and automatically I see the sales by manager for the selected region. If I select a different region, the West region, then here I have a different number of columns. It looks like some managers do not have sales in this region. I go to the north, I have 6 columns. If I go to the south, then I have 5 columns. This functionality can be very useful as part of a dashboard. So let's create this project from scratch. I have the same list in this worksheet. I start by selecting the entire list, Control A, and then I want to use the top row for naming each column. I can go to the Formulas tab of the ribbon and select Create from Selection. Alternatively, I can use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-F3. The Create Name from Selection dialog box opens, and I take the check away from left column. I leave top row checked, and I hit OK. Now if I click on the down arrow and let's say I select Manager, automatically it is selected because Excel recognizes the range by its name. The next thing I want to do is to create the option buttons. To create the option buttons, I go to the Developer tab, and then I click on the down arrow for Insert, and I select Option button under Form Control. When I click on Option button, the mouse pointer changes to a crosshair. I click somewhere in the worksheet, and I would have created my first option button. I want to change the text and type the name of a region. Then I right-click, I select Edit Text, and here I delete the current text and I type East. I can resize the control, and now I want to copy this control 4 times and edit the text once for each region. I press Control and drag, and now for each one of the controls, I have to press Control and click, and then I right-click and I select Edit Text. The second one will be West, the next one will be North, and the fourth one will be South. After editing the names for the different controls, I can select any one of them. I press Control and click, and I want to change the property and link the controls to cell H1. I click on Properties on the Developer tab, and in the Format Control dialog box, I put my blinking cursor in the cell link. I want the cell reference to be preceded by the worksheet name. Then I'm going to click on another worksheet and then click again on the Start Worksheet so that I can see the sheet name followed by an exclamation mark. And then I select the cell H1. I hit OK, and now I see number 4. That's because South region is selected. But if I deselect, I select East, I get 1, West, I get 2, North, I get 3, South, I get 4. The controls are connected to each other, and all of them are linked to cell H1 because I created one and I copied it multiple times. Now I need to improve the appearance, adjust the horizontal spacing between the different controls, and make them look like one unit. To do that, I click on the first one while pressing Control. I keep pressing Control, click on the second, the third, and the fourth. I go to the Shape Format tab, and then I want to adjust the alignment and the horizontal spacing. I click on the down arrow for alignment. I distribute horizontally. I click on the down spacing, and I want to center, although they were already centered, because when I drag, I press Shift to ensure that they stay aligned. Now I want to group the controls and create a shape. To group the controls on the Format tab, I click on Group, and then I have all the controls as one group. Now I'm going to add a shape. I click on the Insert tab, I click on Shape, and I select a rounded rectangle. I'm going to click and drag to create a rounded rectangle, and I want to change the color. I'll make it white. I want to add an effect, so I click on the down arrow for Shape Effect, Shadow, and I select Inner Shadow. I want to send the rectangle to the back. Then I click on the shape format, send backward, send to back. When I press Control and click, I'm unable to select the entire group. Then I'm going to open the selection pane. The shortcut is Alt F10. And from the selection pane, I select Group 1, which consists of 4 controls. And then I press Control and click on Rectangle. What do you want to do? I go to Shape Format. I want to align them. I click on the down arrow for Align. And I want to align center. And I want to align middle. Now I want to group them. I click on Group and then Group. I have the controls grouped together and I can drag them, I can move them. I finished creating the option buttons. In order to create a visualization that shows the sales by manager for the selected region from the option buttons, I need to create a preparation table. And to create this preparation table, I'll be using a let function. I select cell E1. I want to expand my formula bar, Control Shift U to expand the formula bar, and I click and I start typing an equal sign and the let function. The let function allows me to create variables and use them in one final calculation. I will name my first variable A, and then I type a comma, and this one will be storing the labels manager and sales in cell B1 and C1. I type a comma and then I hit Alt Enter to move to the next line. My second variable, and I'll name it B, I type a comma. This variable will look at cell H1 and accordingly it will return the name of the region. If H1 shows number 1, that means the East region. If it shows 2, that means the West region, and so on. I can either use a switch function to do that, or I can be using a choose function. So if I type choose, the choose function requires a number, and this number comes from H1. Depending upon the number, it will be selecting one of the following options. I will type the names of the 4 regions in the same order as they appear on the option buttons, and each region will be in double quotation: East, West, North, and South. I then type a comma, Alt Enter to move to the next line. My next variable, and I'll name it C, this one will be extracting a unique list of managers, and I'll be using a unique function to do that. And because I named the range manager, I can simply type manager and select it from the IntelliSense list. This argument will return a problem, and we'll come back and fix it, but I want to show you the problem first. I type a comma, Alt Enter, and my next variable will be creating the sum of sales for each manager based upon the selected region from the option buttons. That's a SUMIFS function. I type SUMIFS and then I hit Tab. What would you like to sum? I want to sum the sales. I type letter S and I select the name of the range sales. I then type a comma. I have 2 conditions. The first condition is in the manager column. Then I type manager and I select the name from the IntelliSense list. And then I type a comma. What's your condition in the manager column? Whatever comes from the variable C, the unique list of managers. Then I type C, comma. My second condition is in the region. Then I use the name of the range region. I hit Tab and then comma. What's your specific condition for the region? My specific condition will be whatever returned by the choose function. Then I type B and I close the bracket. I type a comma and then I hit Alt Enter to move to the next line. And here I want to build the structure of my preparation table. I will be putting the list of managers, the variable C, side by side with the sum of sales, the variable D. That's an hstack function. I type hstack and then I hit Tab. What would you like to stack? C, comma D. This will put the names and sales side by side, but on top of them, I want the labels, the column headers. That's the variable A, and to put it on top, then I need a vstack function. Before the hstack, I type vstack, and then I hit Tab. I want the variable A, comma, and the hstack function. I close the bracket for the vstack, and I close the bracket for the let function. When I hit enter, I would have created my preparation table. I can go ahead and create my chart. Here is the problem. We don't have sales in the South region for Daniel. If I select East, then I have sales for everyone in the East region. What about the West region? Well, Amanda and George do not have sales in this region, and that will create a problem in my chart. I'll come back and solve this problem by modifying the C variable in my let function, but I can go ahead and create my chart. Before creating the chart, I need to prepare by creating the dynamic title. In cell H2, I'll be typing an equal sign, and in double quotation, I type sales by manager for and a space, and I close the double quotation. I want the name of the region. Then I type an and symbol, Shift 7 on your keyboard, and to get the name of the region, I will be using a switch function. The switch function will look at cell H1, and if H1 is returning number 1, the switch will return east. If H1 is returning 2, the switch function will return west, and so on. Then I type switch, and then I hit tab. I look at cell H1, and then I type a comma. If H1 equals 1, return east. If it's equal to, return west. If it equals 3, return north. If it is 4, return south. So this will read sales by manager for the East region or the West region. I want the word region following this function. Then I type another joining operator, Shift 7, and in double quotation, I type space, region, and I close the double quotation. When I hit enter, I would have created a dynamic label. To create my chart, I'll be creating a column chart. I use the shortcut Alt F1. A chart is created, and I want to improve its appearance. I will delete the horizontal grid lines. I select them and then hit delete. I will delete the vertical axis. I delete it. And I want to reduce the gap between the different columns. I select one column, and then I hit the shortcut Control 1. The Format Data Series pane opens. I'm going to drag to the left to reduce the gap. I also want to change the color so that each column will be in a different color dynamically. I click on the fill and line icon, expand fill, and check the box for vary color by point. I also want to add a shadow. It's a nice effect. I click on effects, and then I expand shadow. From the presets, I'll be selecting an inner shadow, and that looks nice. I want to bring some data labels because I deleted the vertical axis. I click on the plus sign. I check the box for data labels, and I have them here. I select one of them, and on the Home tab, I can apply some basic formatting. I can bump up the font. I can bold it, and that's fine. For the chart title, I select the chart title, and to make it dynamic, I hit F2 equal sign, and I click on cell H2. When I hit enter, I get the chart title that is dynamic. I can also format it if I want. I will make it black in color. The final thing I want to do is to add an outer border. I select the chart area. I click on the Format tab, Shape Outline. I select a black color and I want to make it thicker. So let's make it 3 point. And when I click outside, I would have added a chart border. My chart is ready, but before moving it to its final position, I want to test. If I select East, then I get 6 columns. If I select West, I get 4 columns and some gaps. If I select North, I get 6 columns. If I select South, then I get 5 columns and a gap. How do I fix this issue? There are different ways of fixing this issue, but I'm going to use the simplest technique by modifying my let function. I go to the let function in cell E1, and instead of getting a unique list of manager, I'm going to filter this list to the selected region. The selected region is controlled by the option buttons, and we select the region by the choose function, the variable B. Then I click before manager for the variable C, and I type a filter function. I open bracket, and I want to filter the manager in a way that I only include the managers in the region returned by the option buttons and the choose function. Then I type comma and I type region if it is equal B. I close the bracket for the filter function, and now let's test. When I hit enter, the problem is fixed and the chart adjusts automatically to the managers having sales in this specific region. Let's test one more time. Here is the east, 6 columns. Here is the west, only 4, and everything looks nice. Before positioning my chart back, I'm going to select H2. I change the color to white so that I hide the text, and I want to move the chart in a way that I cover my preparation table. I move the chart on top of the preparation table. You might want to move the chart in another worksheet where you will be creating your dashboard. And I finished creating my project. If you found value in this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified when new tutorials are released. The best is yet to come. Thanks for watching and see you next time.